Hello, hello, Jamie D with JJ Paranormal, and I am off my end of summer break. As some of you know, I take several breaks a year, usually around fall, one in summer, spring, winter time, like around Christmas and all that. I'll have another, couple week, 3 week break, just to have family time and do other stuff. And it's always good to take breaks from this stuff every so often anyways, so I've just kind of learned to spread my time up with that. And Matt Payne with Paranormal Shadow Investigations UK just released this app on Android, the RavenX, and this is something that him and Jason Bland came up with together. And they had this has been out for quite a while now, but it has been on Matt's website, where you would go in and then use it off the PC. And I was a little confused back then, but let me see here. Okay, so as Jason says, Raven is an app idea he had to use speech, phonetics, and allophones at modulated volume clips to be played through devices like the Stephen Huff's Portal or Christopher Rahkee Gates' Banshee box, but it can be used alone as well. There are no words in this app, and it's definitely something where replies are heard on playback more in real time. So where a lot of times when we're listening to IP stations, things like that, and we're doing the live experiments, we'll hear a word and chat will light up. We all look at each other. It's like phone, we all hear everything at the same time, kind of. Might be off by a word. I mean, the words are usually really close. I get surprised. But this is something, because it's they're actually putting it together almost like, different forms of language and speech, where you have those pieces. And I've noticed with the way it seems they manipulate software and the way that they can use other things, that the way our ears hear like layers of sound, or the way our ears hear things, we don't hear it that way. And I don't know the scientific way of saying it, but like what I picture in my head, we're not able to hear the way our brain is actually putting it together until you kind of hear it back again, because everything's happening so quick and we're not really conditioned to try to break stuff down like that. And then when you listen to it, you can hear the way they, grabbed this, grabbed that, did that, and they were able to, come up with a response or a word. And with something like this, there's not going to be any bank words, like help us, anything like that. So, even if there is a help us, does the help us come at a time you're asking a question about it, a significant time? Sometimes it's an easy card for them to pull when their energy's low and they can't use, a lot to form what they want to say, kind of like, the concept of a talking board. Like my talking board's here. I don't know if you can see that. I put a lot of extra on my boards than what's on a typical talking board, down to like weapons, how they could have died. Was it suicide? Were you shot? Was it a knife? It's hard for them to say those things, so sometimes I like to give them the option. And then if I'm using a pendulum or a ping pong ball or something, they can go right to that picture rather than having to breathe out the whole word. So I'm excited to try this. It looks like there's 4 banks here. Let's see. Get it turned on, fired it. Where am I in volume? Oh, it's going to be loud, wait. I don't have any banks on yet. I just don't want to, I don't know how loud it's going to be, so I don't want to blow us yet. Here. Here's bank 1. Hello, hello. No idea how this is going to work yet. Oh, I hear something. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Is there anybody with me tonight? This is an experiment, like I spoke with you about before we started. I'm going to let you speak and play with this and see what you're able to do. If it's easier for you to put words together this way or have the stations. And we'll try a couple different things. Don't feel frustrated if you're not able to feel you're getting through to me. This is just a test. I'm just going to let the first bank run a minute, and then I'm going to start adding them all on and then taking down. I don't know if this is volume or speed. I didn't read it. Is it volume?
Yeah.
Is it volume? I'll double check. I'm very excited they got this on Android. Do you know the name of this app? I'm very glad to be talking with you. It's been a little bit of time. About a month. But we've had a few sessions here and there. We have 2 important ones that we're working on this week coming up here. Do you know any of the names of the people that helped create this app? Do you know Jason? Or do you know Matt? And again, there could be a lot that I'm not hearing. Or I could be hearing, or there could just be nothing. We'll know when we play back, and if I hear something, I'll readdress you, okay? My pendulum, I love it. It's got a chakra welded into here. I was so devastated when I lost this. And this is a dream pyramid. One of the doors have a secret door that opens and you put your dream in it. Should we try bank 2? And you can use some of my energy since I'm asking you to do this. And just a little bit, because I've been tired. Wow, it's staying like red while I'm doing that. That was weird. You like to use the lights, don't you? Are you able to say my name? Anne is my mom. My dad's anniversary is coming up in a few days. You know the words that we all say to each other? Not saying it's him telling you, but do you know the word in my mind that we all say to each other? About the moon? I'm playing with another pedal right now. This isn't the software doing that. Are there any messages that you're able to get out? If that's not just a sound, and you are saying Anne, I don't think you are, but if you are, I want to give you the chance if there's something you did want to, if my dad did want to say something to my mom. What happened? I don't know why this was so quiet. It almost sounded like moon, but I don't think so. Cher needs some W40. Do you know which friend is flying overseas soon? Do you know which friend of mine is flying from the UK? That's Carrie's crystal skull. Are there any messages that you want to try to say with this combination? Are you starting to come around now? Maybe it's been about 15 minutes. Okay, 18 minutes, that's about right. You guys are probably coming around. Is that a laugh? Is there anything you want to try to say through this? We'll do other experiments. This is just the first one. So I can learn. Can you make the portal lights sync up with the skull lights again? Like the other day? Okay, we're going to add bank 4. We've now got all 4 banks running. you have a name that you would like me to refer to you by? I might not be able to understand you, but I will listen back. And I'll answer you when I'm listening to it. Even if I'm not doing a session to hear you back. Now we're going to take away bank 3. So we've got 1, 2, and 4. What do you see around you? Fire? I don't know if I heard fire if I played that. What do you smell around you? Are you happy? Did you say moon? Again, we won't know until we play that. And my brain is listening for those words. Are you happy? Is it my dad that's been sending me the birds? Does he send the birds to me? When he knew I was sad the other day, did he send me the hummingbird? I thank him for that. I thanked him for that when it happened. And the dragonfly I saw. And now let's take away bank 2. So we've got 1 and 4. Is there anything that you can say through this combination? And let's take away number 1. And we're just running 4. And remember, it's not always normal to get a gazillion replies every time you sit down. So just because if it's not coming up with things right now, that's like probably a good thing too. Showing it's not just picking up a bunch of gibberish. And it makes it so when you do get a validation or a response even more credible. And that's why I believe in having different devices and apps in your para arsenal for that reason. You have ones that you go to that you always know you get a response from, but you need another one almost as a control that's similar on a different device, not the same device even, to see if that same response is coming out of that one too at the same time. If both come out at the same time, which I've done a lot of experiments like that in the past with different radios and all sorts of stuff. When you can have 3 or 4 or 5 things even, including your meters, reacting at the same time, it's way more valid than just sometimes picking through radio chatter for what you can make fit your situation for the moment. And I notice sometimes with, IP that there's some people there, especially when they're emotional and dealing with their own personal aspects of it, they're hearing the stuff that I don't want to say they want to hear, but their ears are picking out the stuff that is what they're looking for. So they're hearing things different than like a third party. And say we have 3 or 4 apps all said Tombstone, for instance, and then this one hasn't said crap all night, and at the same time this says Tombstone, clear as day, you're going to want to look into that. That's why I don't believe always you can go into a place in a couple hours and then come out claiming to know so many answers when there's so many different factors. There's so much to investigate. Activity is different all the time. The first time you go somewhere, the energy is not always going to be the same as when you go back later. This is why I like to use my house as a control. And then I go to certain locations to test even that to make sure or see if it acts the same way it does, at my home. And you need to check for all sorts of things from, even mold. Some people feeling vertigo in certain areas of old places. There could be mold. There can be environmental factors. There's just so much stuff to look at before just claiming, okay, it's paranormal, it's haunted. But not saying that there's not spirits everywhere. I mean, I'm talking documented places with a history behind it. I'm one that believes that everywhere's quote unquote haunted, and that no matter where you go, there are spirits hanging out like Beetlejuice. You know, and it's different kinds of energy, but it all has to go somewhere. And from what I've seen on meters and equipment, you can almost see the way that we share this space with this other energy. That's why respect is so important. Oh, you guys got all the blue going. And experience doesn't always equal like quality or their worth, so to say. There are brand new people that can just step right in, start using an app or a box, and have an instant connection and start making communication, and that's great. But there's a lot of basics to communication and to the paranormal that you just need to know. It's like having children and not taking any, you know, you can have the child and make the child, but you need to know some basics. So even if you jump right in and you happen to have this connection, there's still steps that shouldn't be skipped, that you should go back and learn for yourself. And some of us that have been doing this 30 years, 40 years, we've grown and evolved with this communication and these things. And we base our judgment on just that. And we all learn every single day. We learn from each other. Just please, because it's not something that's just a game. And because a lot of this equipment is making it easier to communicate, doesn't mean to skip steps and not go back to the basics and learn. And that's why these communities are so great. We remind each other of things all the time. And we teach each other things all the time. Alright, I'm about ready to end this session. Okay? Would you like to say anything before we go? You. I was talking to the camera. I'm sorry. Would any of you spirits like to say anything? Before I shut down. Do you want to count down in 3? In 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And this is the RavenX app by Paranormal Shadow Investigations UK. You can get it through the Google Play Store. And I was going to say, don't forget to leave a review. And I think I got so excited to download it, I don't know if I left my review. I need to double check. But now we're going to go back and take a listen and see if any of this made any sense. But it's just a first run. It's just me learning the behavior of the software, learning what's normal, what usually happens, what doesn't, that sort of thing. And I usually play with an app a week or two like that before I really get a good idea, what I'm starting to deal with or work with, and then I kind of start adding to it. So thank you very much, and love and light.